Hi, hello dear students. This is Rana Ramadan, English teacher. Thanks to Miss Lubna Abu Saleh, our dear supervisor. Thanks to dear students, all followers. Thanks to virtual learning and all efforts for this purpose. Well, today we're going to work on grade 12, scientific section, Unit 4. The major title of this unit, it is engineering. Hopefully you will benefit from our lesson. Well, let's go. As you see here from the plan of our unit, Unit 4, you are going to read the history of engineering. This is the title of the text, and we are going to learn about the gausative form in grammar. Concerning pronunciation, we are going to know and learn about elision. Vocabulary, we are going to learn and new phrasal verbs that relates to engineering, and we're going to learn prepositions of movement. And the everyday English part, we're going to learn some expressions related to how to express hesitation and uncertainty. Well, let's start our unit. As you remember, usually when we start dealing with a new text, it's a good thing that we read the text for the first time and then we identify the main ideas in the text. Later we can go deeper in our reading and we can learn the new words and use them in new sentences after knowing well what are the meaning of these new vocabs. So let's now have a look to the summary of our text in the book. The title here is History of Engineering. Okay? History of engineering here. Throughout history, primitive engineers had designed tools and devices such as pulley, lever, and the wheel that solved their problems. At that time, I mean in the past. The ancient era, during the 5th millennia BC, before Christ era, the concept of the wheel and axis was invented in the Mesopotamia. At the Middle Ages, the Indian engineers invented the cotton gin, and by the 9th century AD, after departure, they designed wind-powered machines like wind pumps. At the European Renaissance time, the first steam engine was built in 1698, and the development of this device led to the emergence of Industrial Revolution. Here we see that the modern era, the development of the specialized machinery and their maintenance, led to the rapid growth of mechanical engineering. The development of aeronautical engineering, which deals with aircraft design, has helped to invade the outer space. The brilliant engineers are still creating things to elevate our world and make it a better place to live in. As you see, dear students, here we are studying the main ideas of the text. But I highlighted here the new words. Again, the new words or the vocabs, the keywords in our lesson: pulley, lever, melena, gin, maintenance, aeronautical, elevate. It's a good thing that the student try to identify what part of speech is each word. What's pulley? It's a noun. Lever, it's a noun. Melena, it's a noun. Gin, it's a noun. Well, maintenance, it's a noun. You can, for example, derive the other part of speech like maintain, it's the verb here. Aeronautical, it's an adjective. Elevate, what is it? Come on, it's a verb. Okay, good, thanks. Now, let's move to the exercises that deal with the new words and the keywords to make sure that we now can use the words properly with their definitions. Read the text and try to guess the meaning of the highlighted words, then match them with their definitions below. Look at number 1. A simple machine used to lift something heavy. Again, a simple machine used to lift something heavy. What is it? Come on. Yeah, it's a lever. Well, number 2, a machine that separates the seeds of a cotton plant from the cotton. What is it? Yes, Come on. Well, let's see. It's a gin. Fine. Related to designing, making, and flying planes. What's the word that relates to designing and making and flying planes? What is it? Well, it's aeronautical. A piece of equipment consisting of a wheel over which a rope or a chain is pulled to lift heavy things. What's this piece of equipment? Come on. Yes, dear students, what is it? Yeah, let's see. It's a pulley. Well, fine. Number 5. Actions performed to keep a machine or a system functioning or in service. What are these actions that we perform to keep a machine working? Yeah, it's maintenance. Number 6, to raise something to a higher position. Some word relates to raising. What's it? Yeah, well, it's elevate. Elevate, like the word raise. Number 7, a period of 1,000 years. What's the word here? Do you remember the text? What was the word that was included in the text? Means a period of 1,000 years. Let's see. Wow, it's millennium. Well, fine. Well, as you see here, we have phrasal verbs. The phrasal verbs, we mean that a verb with certain adverbs followed by this verb that conveys a certain meaning. Here we have a group of phrasal verbs. As you see in these sentences, we have 7 sentences. Each one contains a phrasal verb. Here it is, as you see, each phrasal verb has an underline mark here with red line. Let's read the first one. Make sure you check the joints hour before you leave today. Okay? Try to get to the meaning within the context of this sentence. Make sure you check the joints hour before you leave today. The other phrasal verb is to drive into. Number 2. The carpenter has used a special hammer to drive the nails into the finished doors. Okay? Number 3, the third phrasal verb, it's eat away, as you see here in the sentence number 3. This harsh environment is going to eat away at this concrete, yes, over time. Number 4, the workers had to fence the area off in order to not to harm anybody during the work. Number 5, the phrasal verb here, it's a jack up. I have to jack up the car to change the tire. Number 6, the phrasal verb here, pull down. As you see with the red mark here, we all have to pull the old buildings down before they start work. Number 7, we need to shore up the roof before it falls down. Now, in the following list of sentences here, we have definitions of each phrasal verb in the previous sentences. Now, it's your job, dear students, to match each phrasal verb with the meaning. Number A here, it's not number, to destroy something quite big. To destroy something quite big. Try to think which one that matches with this definition. Okay? Well, fine. To pull down. We use this phrasal verb when we express, for example, something we intend to pull down a building. Okay? Well, number B, to erode or to corrode. To erode, which one? Come on. It's eat away. You remember this sentence here? This harsh environment is going to eat away at this concrete over time. To force something into something else by hitting it. By hitting it. Usually the carpenter uses this phrasal verb. For example, here, drive into. Drive into. To insert, to inspect for any faults, errors, or defects. Which one? Come on. Well, it's check over. Well, E, to raise using some kind of mechanic or hydraulic device. To raise using hydraulic device. Which one? Let me see. Good. Well done. It's a jack up. Jack up, it means to raise. Yeah. The following one. To restrict access using some kind of barrier. Which one? It's fence off. To fence off. To support something or keep it from falling by placing something under or against it. Which one? Yes. Let me see. Good. Well done. It's shore up. To shore up. So you are supporting. Well, let's see what we have here. When we come to prepositions of movements. You know, dear students, that some certain prepositions has certain meanings. They convey certain meanings like movement. Here in the yellow circles, into, onto, to. These prepositions refers to movement. Look at the example. We moved the chairs into my bedroom. The actor ran onto the stage. These prepositions, onto, usually we use it with surfaces, okay? But the word into, something to insert it within something most of the time. They walk to the next town. It means that you move from one point to another. The opposite of are out of, off, and from. Look at the examples here. We moved the chairs out of my bedroom. The actor ran off the stage. We drove from London to Edinburgh. Well, since we had an idea about these prepositions, let's practice using them in an exercise. Let's see what we have here. Look at the exercise here. Complete the following definitions using words from the box, okay? My brother drove Homs in 1 hour. Again, my brother drove Homs in 1 hour. What is it? Come on. Well, he drove to Homs. Okay? Number 2, the vase fell, the table, and shattered on the floor. Come on. What is it? Let me see. Okay, fine. It's off. Fell off. Fell off the table. So it moved from the table on the ground, for example. So it fell off. She suddenly turned and crashed the fence. She suddenly turned and crashed the fence. What is it, number 3? Ah, good. Into. Crashed into the fence. Something within the fence. As you see here, the preposition of movement refers to something within. Okay? What time does the flight from Cairo arrive? From. Okay? I slipped as I stepped the platform. I slipped as I stepped the platform. What is it? Onto the platform. Okay? They take your hands, you have space here, your pockets, and help me. Again, number 6. Did you find it? Take your hands, your pockets, and help me. Well, it's out of. Take, out of. Take your hands out of your pockets. Okay, let's move to the following part of our lesson. Here we come to pronunciation. And the title here, illusion. What's illusion here? What's the concept of illusion? Simply speaking, it's the disappearance of sounds. But certain sounds that disappear usually in our spoken language, these sounds are t or d. As you see here, from the rule here, we have t, t sound and d. For example, I don't know, because it's I don't know if it's preceded and followed by a consonant, so we drop it, we don't pronounce it, we say I don't know. Yeah. To summarize here the idea here, we see that simply speaking, illusion is the disappearance of certain sounds in fast spoken language. The sounds that are elided are t and d. Examples, look at the word fact. We say fact. But with the word facts in spoken language, the t sound, which is read here, we I don't pronounce it, we say fix. Fix, because it's preceded and followed by two consonants. It's actually surrounded by two consonants. The word land, we pronounce the final sound d, we say land, but with the plural form, it's lands, lands, okay? Lands. So for sure, this is usually occurs in our spoken fast language. We drop these two sounds, t and d. Now we have a drill here, an example to, we have an exercise here to practice using elision. Okay? Now we have the first example. Let's face the facts. This company is going to pass quickly. To pass quickly. You see here the word facts. The word here, facts. The s sound is pronounced like k, and the following of t sound it's s. So it is elided. Facts. Now look at the sentence number 1. Here we have these sounds. Sorry, the first one. My landlady bought a new handbag the other day. Number 2. The first girl earned 20 pounds. You see these sounds, we don't pronounce them. They disappear because of fast spoken language usually elide these two sounds. Look at the sentence number 3. The second boy, you see, the second boy waited for half an hour. Number 4, I don't know when they finished work yesterday. Number 5, I don't like fast food as a rule. Look at number 6. How do you pronounce it? It was a perfect afternoon. Perfectly. Marvelous. Yeah. Perfectly. Perfectly. Number 7. Raise both your hands. Raise both your hands slowly into the air. Number 8. Assume. Now we come to the grammar section here. Causative verbs. What's the causative form? Well, simply speaking, it's usually that we use subject plus have or get plus an object plus past participle. But why do we usually use this form? Well, simply speaking, we use this form to refer to for the subject rather than by the subject. If the action happened for the subject rather than by the subject. Usually we say in Arabic, for example, I cut my hair, if I try to translate the sentence word by word, but it's not accepted in English. They usually say, I had my hair cut. This is a causative form. Now, again, another example, as you see here, I don't know how to repair car, so I'm having mine repaired at garage. Causative verbs are used instead of passive verbs to show that the subject causes the action to be done. For example, my car is being repaired at the garage now. So to summarize, usually we use the causative form to refer to actions which are done for the subjects rather than by the subjects. We use it to refer to the subject, that the action done by the subject and not for the subject. Yeah. Now, let's practice using causative form in these sentences. Make sentences with the form of have something done or get something done. For these situations, use the correct tense. Tarek's windows were dirty, but he didn't have time to clean them himself. Last time Tarek had his windows cleaned. Okay, this is the causative form. You notice, dear students, that we used had, the past form of have, and the object, which is his windows, and then followed by past participle cleaned. Here in this sentence, we are interested in the action that's done for Tariq, the subject, more than by the subject. Okay. At pictures, Ahmed said, please cut the meat into small pieces. How can you use the causative form for this sentence? Come on. Ahmed wanted to get or have the meat cut in 2 pieces. Look at the sentence here. We have the subject Ahmed. Ahmed wanted to get the meat, object, cut, the past participle of cut. Okay? The hairdresser cuts Rana's hair about twice a year. How can we use the causative form with this sentence? Let's see. Rana gets or has her hair cut about twice a year. Here we have the subject, it's Rana. Okay? Gets or has her hair, it's the object. And again, we have the verb in past participle form. Yesterday, the optician checked my mother's eyes. Yesterday, my mother had or got her eyes checked. Now, sentence number 4. Mrs. Karim's doctor says to her, when you come to see me next week, I'll check your heartbeat. Okay, when Mrs. Karim goes to see the doctor next week, she will get her heartbeat checked. She will get, you see here we use the word will, get. So we can use all modal verbs like can, get, can, could, will, would, and all the modals with get or have. Her heart here, it's the object, and heartbeat, the object, and checked, it's the past participle form of the verb. Well, now we come to the final part of our lesson, Everyday English. Today we're going to learn how to express hesitation and uncertainty. And now we have here a box of some expressions. This bank of expressions, it's good for all students to benefit from it, from these expressions. Look at the first list. Here, note when we are talking to others about different things and we want to express a kind of hesitation, or when we are not sure about something, we usually use these expressions. I'm not sure about that. It refers that it's kind of hesitation. I'll have to think about that. Perhaps I can't do this. I don't know much about it. I can't decide yet. It shows again a kind of uncertainty, hesitation. I haven't made up my mind yet. Oh, I don't know whether I could or not. It might work. I'm not very good at. Well, these are some expressions that are good to use them to express hesitation or uncertainty. So we have here 3 situations. Let's read these situations and how can you express uncertainty or hesitation, dear students. Well, sentence number 1. Your friend asks you to join his football team. You'd like to, but you aren't sure about your father's opinion. In such case, how can you express hesitation? Well, it's a free option here for the students to use any of the previous suggestions. Okay? Well, you might say, for example, well, I'm not sure about that. Let me think about that. Your friends are going on a journey to Aleppo and want you to join them, but it's your sister's birthday at the same time. You may say, for example, I'll have to, but I'm still thinking about it. I don't know much about it today. I can't decide yet, for example. Number 3, your family are having dinner at a restaurant, but you have an exam next week. So you show uncertainty. I don't know whether I could go or not. I might come or not, something like this. So these are some suggestions, but you choose up to your personal response. Well, dear students, now we come to the end of our lessons. Hopefully you benefit from our lesson. Thanks for being with us. See you later.